Hey yo, it's the Renegade Master. Today we're going to be reacting to Nintendo is so greedy. Probably wondering why I'm reacting to this video. To be honest, it's more of a personal type video. It's nothing informative. Nintendo Switch 2 just came out with the unveiling of the new product, which was the Nintendo Switch 2. And when they were showing it at first, I mean, it was amazing. The game selections looked pretty good. The upgrade to the console was nice. But then the pricing got involved. And bruh, like damn. I thought I was greedy until I fucking saw the shit they were doing, man. I'm gonna let Penguin Zero get into it, and we'll just see where it goes from there.
Of it. For years, I have thrown innumerable. If hating Nintendo was a sport, I'd be the Michael Jordan of it. For years, I have thrown innumerable tomatoes at this company for a variety of reasons, and today I feel so vindicated after all the Nintendo Switch 2 announcements. Now, first things first, the games they showed look incredible. I was actually salivating and ready to make a whole video glazed.
Okay, salivating is crazy. Like it's nothing that amazing, but it looks fun. I mean, they've only showed, I think, was it three games? It's, I think, a new Zelda game, Mario Kart World, and then the Mario Party Jamboree. I think those are the main ones, and then there's some like, I'm pretty sure Jamboree is actually what do you call it? It's an upgraded version from the one they released for Nintendo Switch 1 that you have to pay for. I'll let him get into that, but
Nintendo for how hype the announcements were. The new FromSoft game, The Duskbloods, that came out of nowhere, and we finally got like a couple of tiddlywinks, like almost fucking, subliminal messaging of Silksong. It was only like 6 seconds worth of footage, but Silksong got a release date this year.
okay, I will have to see that part. Anyways,
Those are two things I said would never happen: a FromSoft reveal and Silksong information. I said would never happen at a Nintendo Direct or anything. And then bang, right in my fucking pussy, Nintendo comes in and smokes my whole
excuse his language, ladies and gentlemen.
wiener with this. As is tradition, anytime I make predictions about games, or really anything, any of my predictions, I'm like 0 for 2000. I actually feel like when I make a prediction, I am jinxing it and manifesting the opposite into reality. So,
Bro, it's so relatable though. Every single prediction I made, not even just about stuff, even just for personal things, the opposite always happens, bro. It's it's so fucking funny.
actually, I think a lot of people should thank me for these predictions because I feel like if I never said anything, we would not see anything from Silksong, nor would there even be a new FromSoft title. I'm just saying.
Amen to that, brother.
But amazing announcements. Even aside from those, there were just so many cool things that they showed at the Nintendo Direct. And then immediately after it ends, while they're still riding this high, they have all this hype, they hit everyone with the cold water. They give so much bad news about the Switch 2, from the pricing to the way physical copies are treated, and all of it completely ruined everyone's excitement. It was a
Bro, you should, man. I should have recorded it when I was watching XQC's stream. Bro, I was like excited. I was ready to pre-order this fucking console. And then it just kept happening. Bad news after bad news. My smile starts dropping. I'm just like, this is just like Nintendo Switch all over again. Because I haven't bought a Nintendo device since, I think it was 2012. Just because it always ends up feeling like a rip-off. Like the games are like undeniable. They're always fun to play, but the console, the device itself is always so dog shit, bro. Like it's so bad. Like it's just like it's not worth the investment, you know?
masterclass in how to take the wind out of your own sails. It was just deflating. Like, you got more bad news following the Nintendo Direct than all of your party members down the Oregon Trail suffering from all of those diseases and ailments every time you take two
Jesus.
steps. Nintendo did an immaculate job of completely wiping their ass with all the goodwill they built up from that fucking direct. So I want to start with the most infuriating. Some Nintendo Switch 2
That right
games will
there.
be more expensive. Now I know what
What
you're
the?
thinking. Well, this probably means they're just going to be $70. Like all of them across the board going to be $70, which is more expensive. You're wrong. They're actually, in some cases, going to be $80. And not only are the digital downloads of these games going up to $80 in some cases, from what I'm reading, some of the physical copies of these games will be going to $90. Now, what
God damn. And I think this is just showing American prices. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. But like to be honest, the pricing for the games in themselves, I don't really have a problem with. It's what he's about to say next that it's so fucking stupid, bro.
this means is Nintendo's off their fucking gourd. I can't even make this kind of markup in Schedule 1 with my drugs because no one would buy them. Going up to $20 over the normal market value, that's unheard of, but it's Nintendo. They can strong arm their way and get away with it. And what this means is $80 games, and I guess in some cases $90 physical copies, that's going to become the industry standard. All of the other big players in the industry are going to follow suit.
Now just bear in mind he's predicting here, so let's hope that doesn't fucking happen. Cause goddamn.
Nintendo has just busted the lid off of $80 as a normal amount to charge for a digital copy of games. That sucks so much shit through a crazy straw. I couldn't even begin to describe how on brand
Off topic, but I just love this guy's dialogue, bro. The amount of like body parts slash excretion references this guy does in his just language, it's hilarious, man.
that is for Nintendo. Some people are surprised. I was surprised Nintendo didn't do something like this sooner. I have said for so long how out of touch this company is and how anti-consumer Nintendo as a company is. They make great games, bangers, games that are very special to me. You'll find a lot of them on my shelf. But the company itself is the antithesis of fun and friendly. They are brutal and greedy, and they
Yeah, so he's basing this I guess talking point based on how Nintendo handles gaming competitions and emulating games. Because they've from memory they have cease and desist a lot of like competitions. And I think they tried to sue. Don't take this for granted. Like don't take this 100% word for word, but I'm pretty sure they tried suing or maybe cease and desisting uh something regarding emulating games. I forgot what that article was about. It's happened fucking maybe last year or year before, but I do remember that being on the news. So that's pretty much what he's on about with the whole anti-consumer. Because I mean, gaming culture nowadays it's about preservation. You know, because this is based on how the gaming industry has evolved and how gaming, I don't even know what to call these people, but like executives of companies that make games, how they handle ownership. Now for the gaming culture, the people who actually play them, it's all about preservation. And I'm pretty sure what it's about to say next regarding how the game cards when you buy the physical copies, the reason why it's made like that is it's just due to emulation and to prevent game preservation. that that took way longer to say than I thought. Goddamn.
knew they could get away with this kind of pricing. They knew it, and they will get away with it, unfortunately. And now people are finally starting to see, like, oh no, this company, like, they don't fucking like us. Like, they do not really like the consumer. And I feel so vindicated. Like, I feel like, our ancestors way back in the day when that one person spoke up and said, what if instead of eating it raw, we cook our meat? And then he got, like, pummeled by rocks from the rest of the group. Well, that was me. And now instead of throwing rocks, people are finally being like, no, wait, maybe this meat is getting cooked here. Nintendo is a meat cooker of ass. I got lost in the analogy I was trying to make. Point is, I've said for so long,
Oh, bro, what the fuck was he on about, man? But hey, regardless of that, the amount of times this fucking happens to me, where I think I'm spitting fire, I'm like talking my shit, and then I just forget what the fuck I was like trying to get into. I forget what the point of the monologue was supposed to be, and I just sound like a complete idiot. Fucking me cooking ass, bro.
how mean of a company Nintendo is and how they do not respect you. This company wouldn't piss in your mouth if you were dying of thirst unless you paid them $60 up front for the convenience fee.
Damn.
So this is the perfect demonstration that Nintendo will just do anything for a couple extra doubloons. So they are now at the $80 price tag for some of their games, which will no doubt have a pretty big effect on the rest of the gaming sector as a whole. And that is bleak. You hate to see that. I have been one of those Scrooges bah humbugging that ridiculous rumor that GTA 6 is going to cost $100. I have been fighting on the front lines of that ridiculous claim for a year. After seeing Nintendo drop this shit here, I'm starting to think Rockstar might just try it too. Because it really you can basically charge whatever you want. Nintendo is now setting the precedent, and I think Rockstar will follow. Maybe GTA 6 truly will cost $100.
I
And I
hope
made
it
a brief
doesn't.
mention at the beginning of
But
the
I
video.
really hope it doesn't, man. Fuck, I was so hyped for the GTA 6 trailer. I mean, to be $100 for what the for what the game is trying to be. To be honest, like, if we're being realistic, it's not even that much of a issue. But yeah, I mean, fucking hell, bro, everything's just getting more expensive.
About how they're treating physical
Oh
releases.
yeah, so this is what I'm on about. I think this whole thing here is just to prevent emulating games. Maybe that there might still be a way to do it, and it'll require like a lot of knowledge on coding. But I think the way it's designed is generally just to prevent emulation, because emulation, from my understanding, they got to Nintendo Switch. Like, you could actually emulate Nintendo Switch games, and on top of that, you could make the quality of the game like so much better than what Nintendo Switch could offer. I remember seeing a walkthrough slash like just proof of this guy who emulated some Legend of Zelda game, and it was legit on 4K quality. I was like, fuck me, bro. God damn. So yeah, I think this is why this exists, but at the same time, this is so like fuck, bro. Such a it's such a strong arm move, bro. Holy shit.
And this is what I was referring to. It's about their game key card. So apparently, the game key cards are like
And mind you, you're paying more for this game key cards than if you just bought it digitally, which is it's so fucking like what the fuck, bro.
basically giving you access to download the game via the internet. So what you actually buy, the physical copy, it's not like the game you're just getting Nintendo's stamp of approval to download the game itself. Which ties into the old Ubisoft quote of "you'll own nothing and you'll like it." That's not exactly what they said, but they basically said, I think verbatim was, gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games or not owning anything, something to that
Yeah,
effect.
this
And
is
Nintendo seems to be following suit with that philosophy. You're not actually owning anything if you're buying a physical copy of a game. You're still just
goddamn.
getting a permission slip, literally like a library card. Not even a library card, actually. You're getting like a hall pass where you get to put your physical copy into the Switch 2 in order to download the game itself from Nintendo. You don't own shit. You own absolutely nothing. You own the idea of being able to have this game on your console. It's amazing, which has become the norm. Now, I have always, not always, but for like the last like 8 or 9 years, I've been like a big digital downloader. I haven't really bought physical copies in a while. But over the last year, you've heard me talk about it quite a bit. I've become a huge advocate for physical copies of things because, as we've seen time and time again, you don't own it, so you can lose access to it
Hmm.
forever because it's not really yours.
And that's why emulating has picked up so fast over the years. I mean, emulating games was such a niche decades ago, even 5 years ago, to be honest. But then it just grew into this community that's very vibrant, and it really kept the gaming culture alive. And if if other companies follow Nintendo here, this could be the end of just preserving games as we know it, which is sad because recently there was some older games that I was trying to play again, and I just can't because it just doesn't exist, and it's a sad feeling, you know. It just makes me feel like I'm aging so fast now.
And I think that sucks. What you buy, you should have. You should have the right to it. Like you own it. If you want to play it, you should be able to do that. Even if you don't have internet access, or even if you lose your account that housed it, as long as you have the physical copy, you should still be able to pop that bitch in and play it. So I've become a huge advocate for physical copies, especially now that so many things are just getting outright removed and deleted, and they're just gone forever because there's no physical copies. I think it's more important than ever, and now Nintendo's taken a step to ensure that physical copies are even more meaningless. It's very sad. And since you're not even getting the game itself through these physical copies, it makes this $90 price tag even more baffling, even more of a head scratcher, because what you're getting is fundamentally an empty box with a code on it. You get a tiny little doohickey, you get a thingamajig you put in your Switch 2 that is not the full game. It does not have the full game data. They make that very clear. It does not contain full game data. And you get that key to then download the game from the internet. So why are you paying even more money for that while still getting the same service? The only thing that changes is you get a fucking box with it. It's
Yeah, I mean, this was literally designed just to make the emulators just mold really hard. They're just gonna be so furious when, I mean, I bet they are when they as soon as they saw the news drop. But yeah, I can't believe they actually did this shit, bro.
craziness. It's actual craziness what Nintendo tries to get away with, and what they inevitably will get away with. It's such a shame, too, because the Switch 2 does seem to be a significant upgrade over the Switch 1.
Exactly, exactly. The Nintendo Switch 2 actually looks so good, bro. Like it for what it's trying to be, I think they've nailed it in the second rendition of the console. It's just so good. I mean, you can play it on a TV, you can take it with you. The controls seem better, more established. There's a new mouse control. The what do you call it? The video camera accessory is kind of dog shit. I mean, like $60 for some shitty ass quality. Yeah, that's trash. But other than that, they nailed the console, and it's just a shame they they're just doing this whole political fucking this strong arming bullshit, bro. Because if they just didn't care so much about game emulation and people taking the IP, however they're trying to phase it, this probably would be like probably the most bought console in recent times. I'm putting it out there. I really do think it's that good of a console, but yeah, goddamn man, missed opportunities, bro. I mean, regardless, I reckon they're still gonna make hella profit just because of how outrageous the whole scheme is. You buy, I mean, I don't think he's gotten into it, but to understand the console more, it comes with a tutorial to show you what the console is capable of. But you have to buy that. You have to fucking buy that. So you have to buy something just to even understand what the console is about. Like, what are they smoking, bro?
Which, of course, isn't saying much because the Nintendo Switch is basically like a fucking glorified 2011 smartphone. That shit is wimpy. And the Switch 2 is finally a modern console. Finally, some real power. And they showed so many good games for it coming out. It's extremely exciting, that catalog. But now, I can't be excited for it because I hate the precedent they're setting with this pricing. I hate the precedent they're setting with the physical copies, which you can't even call them physical copies. They're not physical copies. You're getting a box with a code on it, basically. It's just trash. Nintendo is insatiable in their appetite for more money. A gluttonous corporation, which it should be a surprise to no one.
Mind you, him and there's I bet there's been a lot of content creators who've made videos regarding this. Mind you, these people are millionaires, all right? They're just saying this shit just to get an audience, but at the same time, you have to think about it, right? If a millionaire is trying to pander and is making such an issue about this, how does the average Joe feel about this, bro? I bet there was so many just like regular people keen to utilize the Nintendo Switch 2 for what it's designed to fuck. I just completely lost my train of thought. But yeah, imagine how the average Joe feels knowing that the Nintendo Switch 2 is designed to literally just take, bro. I bet now they have to wonder like, is it worth even buying it or pre-ordering it or just like wait a year or maybe wait for discount offers, maybe on a Black Friday, maybe on a Boxing Day, just delaying their enjoyment, you know? Ah, for me personally though, like I was honestly about to pre-order it yesterday, but because of the news, I'm just gonna wait it out because if only the games that they've announced, I only want to play like realistically only two of them, which was the Mario Party and the Mario Kart game. The others, even the ones he mentioned, I don't really give a shit about. But two games for what, a $700 console? Yeah, not worth it yet. So I'm personally gonna wait it out. But I wonder if this guy here he's gonna still buy it instantly or not.
But it really is just egregious here with what they're doing for the Switch 2 and its pricing for some of the games. So yeah, it's not super fun. Nintendo don't like that very much. That's about it. So yeah.
Just before we end, I just wanted I wanted to check these clips out. Hold up. Where did I put it? No, I have to fucking.
2, July 24th.
I'm just putting on a couple clips that also. Oh god, fuck. A couple clips that I wanted to watch. All right, you done? You done? Fuck me, bro. Holy shit. Second one. So this guy, he's like my favorite streamer. No cap, bro. I've been watching this guy for ages, but I just find the way he reacts to shit funny, bro.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade
What?
plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience where you can.
I have to pay to buy the useless cars. I have to pay to upgrade. I have to pay to upgrade my games that I already own. I have to pay to download the tutorial. I have to pay to fucking to get guides on where the magnets are on my console. Oh my god! I have to pay for camera. I have to pay for, dude.
See each other's reactions while playing.
I need to pay for
Let's
controller.
continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Millionaire, by the way.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch.
Apparently, it's a free upgrade. Guys, some of you guys try to just remortgage the house. Guys, the office chat, guys. You're all good. You don't need enough remortgage for that feature. You're
2
good.
edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
Oh, it's not free.
The story
My
takes
bad.
place in
Remortgage it.
struck by a
Oh, fucking chat, bro. Yeah, don't be like this guy. I just sold the house. Don't be like this guy. If it ever comes down to that, don't sell your house. Come to me and I'll give you a cash out. I got you, bro. Alright, boys. And girls and whoever's watching this, I'm peacing out now. Take care, bro. Hope this wasn't a complete waste of time.